exploring a dark side of movie is always interesting. Because
There's a huge reason I went to FTI because of Rasika. And
No, I told her not to go. She came to me, she said, should I become an actor? And I said, absolutely not. With every project, I genuinely believe I don't know what to do. I'm terrified. Just terrified.
a couple of years ago, I was feeling like the work that is happening, the quality of work that is happening, or probably that is coming to us, is not good enough.
Right.
मैं काम ढूंढने में बड़ा कंप्लेसेंट हूँ काम करने में नहीं है
Right.
Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
Hi everyone, I'll just do the most cheesiest thing possible right now. Yesterday I saw the wonderful cast and team of Delhi Crime 3 doing this. They're doing this because of course for photo ops and of course we want to say 3. But I'll just reverse it and say that good.
Oh,
That good, right?
so sweet.
But
That's so
sweet. The cheesiness away. But that it is
No,
that
you
good.
can continue being cheesy. I'm very happy with it.
Show it. But it is that good, guys. I've had the fortune of watching 2 episodes and I hated that they didn't give me everything because you just can't, switch off the moment because you want to see more. And of course, this world has just been so engaging. So, as I said, I will completely, all the dictionary words will just completely go off and I'll still, be at it. But I have to start with Tanuj, first because, and Tanuj, I'm one of those people I like to obviously see, a lot of people like to see the nuances. The first thing that I notice in the couple of episodes is that whenever there's a confrontational scene, between, be it the interrogation, be it any other scene, otherwise also, the ECUs are used, the extreme close-ups are used. And of course, it's an important tool to show those heightened emotions when you're trying to do less is more, right? But what I want to know is how much of that is thought, because it's a consistent tool that, recurringly comes again and again with the different characters. But is it essential, do you feel, in a very technical aspect? Or do you feel that, okay, this is good for this, but not necessarily good for everything else?
no, it's a good question. Because the style of DC has evolved over 3 seasons. First season it was very docudrama, very single take, cameras moving everywhere, and it has a almost documentary feel. Season 2 we kept the spirit of the style at the core, but we upped the production values and had a little more composure, had our first lock shots. In season 1 they never had a tripod.
Yeah.
So season 2 we started putting in tripods, multiple cameras, getting close-ups and wides at the same time. So we had more to edit with in a way. And this season, our DP Johan is a very very interesting DP. He's able to bring a camera so close to an actor without having them really
get perturbed by it, right? Yeah.
His presence doesn't disturb their performances. And one of my goals was to in season 3, scale up in every way, thematically, emotionally, and visually too. The way to do something a little different is we wanted to show a little more composure this season, even more than last year. Have these locked off shots, have these statics, have these close-ups. You didn't see this stuff in season 1.
Exactly.
And when you have actors with such amazing nerves, their nerves don't break with the camera. Why wouldn't you want to see these beautiful people closer?
True.
So we are showing you their nose and all of their mustaches. Hairs.
Yeah.
So
And that too, not, conventionally beautifying it.
Not at all.
Not at all, because
It's as raw as it
raw
gets.
as possible. You see those freckles, you see those dark circles, and you are in. Like, you still see such a beautiful person, as opposed to everything else. So yeah, I agree with that. And, of course, now I have to get to Shefali ma'am for this one. What I love about Vartika right now, over the course of 3 seasons, especially right now, is that, the couple of scenes, I'll spoil it right now because by the time this comes out, there are going to be small things here and there, but not too much spoiler, so don't worry about that. That even when, the moment she's landed in Delhi, she gets, this welcome call from her family. And I love that she doesn't ever stop being a mother. Because the moment, her daughter is off to, go to work, the first thing she asks is, "Tune dabba liya, tune ye liya, wo liya." Or the other scene where, she's just entered her room and room saaf hona chahiye. Imagine you are DIG Vartika Chaturvedi, you're getting clobbered by the most, heinous things otherwise, but you still can't stop being a mother. How much of that do you feel is essential for her as the character to have that balance in her family, because it could be crumbling otherwise, and that could also play a, like an effect on her. But do you believe that that plays such an important tool in your character so that it continues the sanity otherwise?
Absolutely. One is that anyway in DC, the core team, you see everyone's personal lives as well. And I'm sure that's how they looked at it. They wanted to make all-rounded characters.
Yeah.
They didn't want it just unidimensional. I also feel that, I'm a mother, so small things come to me like, I walk into a room and my first reaction is, how messy is it? But I think she feels so strongly about every case is also because she's a mother. And she's,
True.
the way I see Vartika, she is 100% in everything she does, to a point of being obsessive.
Yeah.
So I don't see her stop being something at any point of time. She is still a cop when she's at home, and she's still a mother, or
Which is a worker.
I think the only relationship she tends to take for granted is her husband.
Yeah.
Because he's a very understanding man and she really pushes. But I just think I don't ever see her stop emotionally anywhere.
And I love the fact that they call each other babe.
Yeah.
It's the cutest. It's the cutest.
That's actually Chaya ma'am
Yeah.
and her husband. They call
Lovely.
Yeah, so that was put in the first season. It was put by she. So
Fab.
it's stuck.
Adorable, adorable. And similar lines, I'll now shift to Rasika for this one. Also, I think your character has had the most tumultuous, personal life so far. Without spoiling much, of course, we know what happens. It's crumbled. It's a crumbled, relationship that she's dealing with. But I love the line. The moment she says, and when Devinder is asking her something, "Akeli hu lonely nahi." I love that line. It encapsulates so much in these 4 words. But what I want to ask you is, of course, as I mentioned, I've not seen the rest of the episodes. Do you think that it's more for her as a factor that I have to put on a brave face? I am alone, but I'm not lonely. But I have to put on a brave face because technically I am now, also the senior at my, workplace, which I love doing. And at the same time, I still wanted to have this family, but it's not working out in whatever reason possible. Is it a kind of a scenario that, no, I have to put on this brave face so I keep my, emotions in the right check?
It's different on different days. She's not settled on exactly what she's feeling yet. And I don't think with something like this you can entirely be. And that's the beauty of it, to be able to explore that unsettled feeling. There are some days that she might wake up in the morning and say, thank God I don't have this family or this man to deal with. But there are some days that, she would have wanted that love and that companionship. And I think the time that this line is said, it's a very lovely moment and I totally enjoyed playing it. I think the time that line is said is more to sort of, without putting a unidimensional thought to it, because there's so much there. But it's really trying to save face in this relationship in one sense, to say that, I'm fine,
Yeah, you don't need
to feel
condescend me right now.
So, you've moved on and that comes with a lot of hurt for me, but I'm managing absolutely okay. So, but not that that's true entirely on every given day, it's like there's some days where she craves the relationship, there's some days she's happy that that's not around.
Yeah, because it's a classic thing, right? And in daily life, anyone will ask, "Kaisa hai tu?" I'm fine. You're not. You're crumbling inside. You've had the worst day possible, but you'll obviously say, "I'm fine." Right. And Rajesh sir, I think agar wo token hona chahiye na ki how a male police officer should be, it has to be Bhupi. Because it is, and it fascinates me. So now, and this is a little tough question, sir, because I think as men, we've grown up with ingrained patriarchy. हम कितना भी सोचे कि हम भाई we have evolved. So have the women as well. But unfortunately, it's obviously crazier. Like we'll try to be as open to things as possible, but we'll still have that roots always, somehow taking over. I ask you this, sir, in a way that in the character of Bhupi, it fascinates me that the world he's, grown up in, right? He's not necessarily in a very urban world and everything. But he's still a feminist without even being a feminist, actually being a feminist. ऐसे दुनिया में जहाँ पे उसकी boss, he's always had a great relationship, बट बाकी सब आगे जा रहे हैं. आप इवन तनुज, यू कैन चाइम इन. डू यू नेवर फील कि भूपी का वो कैरेक्टर, नॉट नेसेसरली डार्क साइड, बट वो एक्सप्लोर करना कि ओ बट व्हाट एम आई डूइंग विद माय लाइफ, मैं वहीं पे हो रहा हूँ करियर वाइज, या मैं आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ पा रहा हूँ? डू यू फील दैट दीज आर द एवेन्यूज दैट यू वुड एवर एक्सप्लोर विद भूपी?
Question is to you. The question is to you.
No, it's a very brilliant observation. Bhupi's how Bhupi behaves is a behavior to model. Actually, he's a model
Yeah.
of behavior for not just cops, for men.
Yeah,
in general.
exactly.
How to deal with issues that are affecting women, issues that are affecting, because issues affecting women are affecting you as well, and also how to be an ally, how to be a support, how to be how to assist, without having to take a dominant masculine sort of
Exactly.
A lane in the investigation, but yet maintain your strength, maintain your and Bhupi has such an amazing moral compass, and he's dealing with the case in so many different ways this season. And exploring a dark side of Bhupi is always interesting because there's so much more in there that the character has, and you only have so much time and so many episodes to do everything. But yeah, we would.
नहीं, जैसे बाकी पहले 2 अर्लियर सीजन्स में थोड़ा बहुत भूपी का ये दिखाई दिया था कि मतलब वो ऑब्वियसली पैट्रियार्कल मेंटेलिटी का नहीं है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद वो उसमें फंसा हुआ ज़रूर है. जब बेटी की शादी की बात कर रहा है या वो जिस तरह की चीज़ें करता है, तो वो पूरा फाइट नहीं कर पा रहा सोशल सर्कमस्टांसेस में, जिस तरह की वो अपने बैकग्राउंड से आता है वहाँ पे, लेकिन काम में नहीं दिखाई देता. आप इफ़ यू नोटिस, Bhupi is the only character who says madam, not madam.
Not madam sir. Absolutely, yes.
तो ये बात मेरे ख्याल से उसकी वही है, क्योंकि इसकी शुरुआत तो उसी बात से होती है ना कि कोई भी ऊपर हायर अथॉरिटी है उसमें सर लगाना जरूरी है, तब तक रिस्पेक्ट पूरी आएगी. खाली मैडम में रिस्पेक्ट नहीं आ रही.
Correct. Yeah, you need to. I agree, but it is genuinely fascinating. I think.
Also, I want to say that I think he is the grounding factor of this team.
Absolutely.
He is the calmest, and he is Madam Sir's like everything.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Vartika. But I genuinely feel there is so much therav and and when emotions are running high, there is passion, there is anger, there is pain. There is this one person who can see it minus emotion, and I think it comes out of sensitivity, not just because he doesn't care.
Correct.
Which I love Bhupi.
Yeah. He's adorable.
Everybody
Everybody
I just
needs a
mentioned.
Bhupi in their life.
Everybody needs
All
a
of us
Bhupi.
need one like that.
one movie.
Come on then.
And it has to do, and not only is this the character, but it also has to do with Rajesh.
Rajesh.
I was gonna say the
He
same thing.
is this
It's the
kind of a
actor
very
that does it.
sensitive,
Adorable, amazing man.
wonderful person.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, sir.
Straight yet mature
Yeah.
and calm,
Yeah.
calm and sensitive.
And so
that warmth,
sensitive.
yeah.
Just so, even when you see him, like I remember that sequence in season 2 when he lets those two Jugnu and Azad go.
Yeah.
There is no pride, there is no acha I'm giving you nothing, just calmly, and he's a stupendous actor.
Oh,
He's
of
so
course.
fluid. Okay, this is
Thank
become
you.
very-
आज का तारीफ सेशन
Thank you for this question.
Next minute.
I went for the dub, and there was somebody who doesn't know Rajesh,
Yeah.
who's watched the show. She was directing the dub, and she asked me in the middle of the dub. She said, "How is Rajesh to work with?" I said, "Absolutely wonderful." She said, "Yeah, looks like."
Oh, adorable.
He just has that.
Yeah, he just has this presence, He has this ki bhai hai bas mast insaan kind of a scenario. That is so cool. Amazing. And of course, Shayoni and I'll come to you because I'll have to. Of course, unfortunately, in 2 episodes, there's not much enough. But I know there's madness
Wait and watch.
that comes
That
later.
one shot in the trailers very freaky.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll just say 2 shots in the trailer. One is that when just banging.
Yeah, that only,
Yeah,
that
that one,
one.
right?
I
Oh
love
my
it.
God, I don't know what she's banging, who she's banging.
Oh, well.
But I just can't, And the other one, of course, in the interrogation scene where you galata insaan se pangali and everything. But what I want to know from you is because I feel you are one of the more visceral actors. that I have, seen and observed in the way that whenever you're performing something, even if it's with subtlety, of course, you've had characters in the past where, again, less is more, which is DC's usual tonality. Your character here is not really that, but in a very good way possible, right? But I've seen this, visceral nature that you get to your characters, where I see you doing that. I have to put this, that effort I mean this in a very good way, because there are few actors who are either very effortless, as in the best way we call it, but sometimes they try too hard, right? And then there is this middle, sort of a balance that comes in, and I see you in that. What I want to know is that, especially when you're playing a character so despicable that, the way Kusum is here, of course, there's going to be a backstory. Of course, there's going to be reasoning to that. How do you balance that in a way that I have to bring some rhyme and reason above and beyond the script that's given to me, and also, never cross that line in my own mind or, let's say, on paper as well?
Well, thank you. But, I think every show or every film has a tonality, an innate tonality, and the script has an innate tonality. When I read the part, I was like, oh, really interesting. Nothing I have done before this has ever been in this. I've generally done things that are, like, there is a moral compass to those characters.
Yeah.
The politics is in place. Those are the kind of parts that I get attracted to. Except for this one psycho killer, serial killer that I played, which was also. But that's something else completely. This one has not lost her mind. She's doing everything and making the choices in her life with complete understanding, But I think Tanuj and I, interestingly, from the first call we had till even after shoot, we've always been on the same page, which was to, when you see these three characters, Vartika, Niti and Bhupi, they are here, they are the core of the show.
Yep.
Everyone else comes in and brings in a different shade altogether, a different color in this just magnum opus of characters and ensemble, right? So many kind of characters. Kusum came in with that flair. Kusum is one of the most, yesterday I was saying that there is no right or wrong for her. There is no boundary for her. There is no ye theek hai, ye nahi theek hai. She's a survivor and she's an oppressor. Even she doesn't know which you will be in which moment.
Right.
So she's constantly switching. She's a chameleon that will go from, your jacket onto the carpet, onto the wall, onto the black, and she will seamlessly take that shape.
Right.
She's literally like water. And I think, again, Tanuj literally gave me the floor and said, I trust you, just do. And I was like, okay, I don't know how, okay, we're going to do this. And I think the first day of shoot, we improvised. And he just rolled the camera, and we were talking about Johan. We shot the scene for 9-10 minutes? They didn't cut. Tanuj didn't cut.
Wow.
It was one scene, I improvised throughout. Eventually the girls were in tears. Johan's camera came here. We broke things. It was like complete mayhem. And they finally cut, and Tanuj came in, and as an actor, you look at the director, it's like a little baby looking at the mother.
Like a validation,
like
of course.
something, and nobody knew what's going to happen. Tanuj came in, the only thing that he had to say is, I have one note, I love you.
Oh, sweet.
So we just took off from there, and I think there was not so much thought, it was just in the doing. Yeah, so again, they're actors, and honestly, I've wanted to work with all three of them for so long, and Rasika, because there's a huge reason I went to FTI because of Rasika. And
I told her not to go.
She came to me, she said, should I become an actor? And I said, absolutely not.
No, should I go to FTI? Should
I was at the beginning of my career, I had no work. When she walked into my house, I was living with 4 other girls who also had no work, and we were all sitting in the living room, and all of us told her, please don't.
Incidentally,
do this.
that was also that became my first house in Bombay as well. It's a long story anyway.
Lovely.
So Rasso is a big, she's been a big part of my life,
Yes.
and I had to do something with Rasso, and this was again one opportunity to go out there. I just wish we had more scenes, but anyway.
And now I'm even more looking forward to those scenes because it's obviously not happened yet in the couple of episodes. But if you all have scenes together, I am looking forward to it. How much of the real life thing has, sort of rubbed on to the real life as well. Fabulous. And, now it's a common question for all of you because I get fascinated. Maybe you guys have been asked about this in ways and forms earlier as well. But I get fascinated in the most, chiller way possible, I would say. because trust me, right now, whenever you start somewhere, as you mentioned, yaar, bhai kuch kaam nahi tha. There have been times, kaam nahi tha, pata nahi kya hoga. Of course, we are at a, wildly opposite stage. We're doing good in life. We're earning money. We're getting the moolah. We're getting everything right in a as much as possible, right? How can you not get complacent? Because right now, like if in let's say in a parallel in real life, right? Someone has started as, in the most junior position possible. If they are going to reach a specific, place in their life that probably they've envisioned, right? It's easy to get complacent. You're going to be having days that, what, I might half-ass this today and not like actually half-ass this because I want to half-ass it, but I'll still be fine, So it is fascinating to me that as actors, how do you between the shots and then having a life ke jahan pe itni sari white noise bhi hoti hai, you're dealing with that as well. How easy or how difficult is it to not get complacent?
I always, with every project, I genuinely believe I don't know what to do. I'm terrified, just terrified. Also, this is me, but you know what? We're very lucky to be playing different people. And when I go on a set, there's a different director sometimes. There is a different actor. I don't know what anyone is going to bring to the table. So it's very, very difficult to get into, you can't predict it. I don't have instruction manual. So I don't know which expression to put where.
Right.
And I work instinctively. But more than that, I'm just terrified. Every project is like a new project. And I go there with like, I don't know. I just genuinely don't know. And I'm not, trying to fish for compliments or anything.
Yeah, true.
But I'm terrified.
Yeah, I think that raw emotion automatically works because then you are starting on a new note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and honestly, I'm saying this, the day I feel I know it, I think that'll be the end of
End
what
of
I
it.
do.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that'll be the end of it. Then it's gone.
Agreed. You guys, Rasika.
I don't know complacency. It's a very strange emotion, or even if it's an emotion at all. I don't know whether it's because I've really had to work so hard to be here, that it's never that I feel that I've got something and I can relax about this. I don't have that feeling. In fact, if at all, I used to think earlier in the days that I had given Sayani the advice to not become an actor, I used to think that when I will have more work, I will feel so much calmer about this and it'll be a great space to be in. No, I think it just gets harder because the stakes are higher and you just feel you have more to lose by every decision that you make. And that is... so I'm always like this. This career has always been like this for me.
Balancing
like I'm ready to move. It's like that. And as far as the work is concerned, I think the idea was never to be complacent in any way. In fact, you always want to be pushed, like Shefali also said. And I don't think any of us signed up to just turn up for work.
Right.
We wanted to be nervous on the day that we go to set, that today I'm going to be asked to do something which I've not experienced before or which I hadn't thought of before.
Right.
So that's the idea of being here, I guess.
And I think we all really love what we do.
Yeah.
Like I love what I do.
Absolutely.
So,
It just accentuates it even more, for
You know
sure.
what? Because of that reason, my biggest fear is I shouldn't become complacent. The day I
that's
become
what.
complacent, I will stop doing what I do because I love it so, we all love it so much, right? And there is no, as an actor, you will do anything that is required for the part. There are no work hours, you'll just be willing to actually find a director who will push you in that direction, right? But there was a time, and Tanuj knows this, a couple of years ago, I was feeling like the work that is happening, the quality of work that is happening, or probably that is coming to us, is not good enough.
Right.
And it will make me complacent, which is why I started saying no a lot. And after a little bit of time, I did Delhi Crime because, again, I found that it's not the length of the part, but it's giving me a space to just go and explore, which is delicious,
Right.
you know, and which is what I crave as an actor, so that I don't become complacent.
Fab. And Rajesh sir, आप?
मैं काम ढूंढने में बड़ा कंप्लेसेंट हूँ काम करने में नहीं हूँ
Right.
समझ रहे हैं आप लेकिन हाँ कई बार होता है कई बार जैसे क्रिबिंग हो जाती है कि ये क्या गड़बड़ हो रहा है और वो काम पे असर होने लगता है कंप्लेसेंसी आ जाती है बट मैं सुनने में बड़ा ये सीरियस सा लगेगा लेकिन इतना सीरियस नहीं है मुझे हमेशा ये सोचता हूँ कोई भी शॉट देने से पहले कि मेरा बेटा अपने पोते को एक दिन दिखा रहा होगा
So sweet.
तो वो कुछ गालियाँ ना दे मुझे
So
बस
sweet.
इतनी बड़ी लेगेसी वाली बात नहीं इसलिए मैंने
घर की
पहले में कहा
legacy,
कि ये
घर के
कोई
लिए।
इतनी सीरियस बात नहीं है
दादाजी
बट ये
ये shot सही
इस
नहीं
तरह
किया।
नहीं पढ़ दादाजी की बात की मैंने
Even more so.
अरे वाह वाह वाह
लेकिन मतलब कुल मिला की बात ये है कि तो इतना सीरियस नहीं है मैं हमेशा कोशिश करता हूँ कि सीरियसनेस नहीं है सिंसेरिटी है
Fabulous, guys.
Thank God I don't have children. I would have one more thing to worry about. What will they think?
You're like मैं अपने बेटे को पता है पोते को दिखा
पोता नहीं पर दादा की बात
परदादा।
कर रहे ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर
That's the vision.
मुझे एकदम दिख गया ना सेटअप
Fabulous, guys, fabulous. I mean, I really wish I could go on and on, but yeah, unfortunately we'll always have this shortage of time, but I love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much. And as I mentioned earlier, I genuinely, I mean, right now I'm probably gonna strut away and try to get more episodes as soon as possible, finish it and come back to you guys in whatever ways possible. But thank you Tanuj, thank you everyone for Delhi Crime 3.
you.
I cannot wait to watch it. Everybody cannot wait to watch it, and all the best.
Thank
you.
you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
So sweet of you. Thank you.